Squad. We back with another MadMizzy Sports live edition, and I'm back by myself. We're gonna kick it off, starting off with the Eagles losing 20-17 in Seattle to Drew Lock-led Seattle Seahawks. Man, what is the major issue for the Philadelphia Eagles heading into the playoffs? Um, they are on a three-game losing streak, and for me, the big issue that I'm seeing from the Philadelphia Eagles right now is that um defensively they're super reliant on their front line, and honestly it's not even a lot of Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, and the young guys. It's like they still reliant on um uh like the Fletcher Coxes, the Brandon Grahams, the dudes that's in their 12, 13, 14, 15th year. So for me, I'm looking at the Philadelphia Eagles and they're reeling at the linebacker position, they're reeling at the safety position. For me, they're soft right now. You think about how they just got pounded in that second half. Like the Seattle Seahawks felt like, oh, it's close. Okay, they not this team we thought they was. Oh, we about to hand this ball off. We about to get a ball to Kenneth Walker the third. We about to get a ball to Zach Charbonnet, and that's what they did. And they got enough plays. Got a crazy one. What a run by Kenneth Walker the third on that one play, and then you give up a 92-yard game-winning drive to Drew Lock, who's lost his last 4 starts in the NFL. Come on, man. Come on, man. For me, the big issue is the defense. You get what I'm saying? Like, what Philly is known for is their defense. And don't get me wrong, Jalen isn't playing his best. Jalen isn't clicking. He isn't on all cylinders right now. But the defense right now, man, is absolutely putrid, and it's not helping at all. It's not helping the situation. So you think about Jalen was winning them games earlier in the season, and the defense can't step up and do the same thing for him. So that's got to be alarming heading into the playoffs. The good thing about football is that it's any given Sunday. And the good thing about playoff football is that you got to do it for one game, baby. All you got to do is bowl that neck up, toughen up for one game, 1 week at a time. You feel what I'm saying? So, of course, they're not out of it, but they got to be very, very concerned with what they're seeing from their defense. You feel what I'm saying? Or lack thereof. And then the D-backs getting exposed. Everybody's just going at Bradbury. It seemed like that's what all Drew Lock was looking for yesterday. He wasn't even looking for receivers. Who is Bradbury on? That's who I'm going to. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's not a real good feeling. It can't be a good feeling for Eagles or Eagles fans. So I don't know how they're going to address that, because to me, it's not the defensive coordinator. They got rid of Sean Desai, and then they brought in Matt Patricia, and that's still not helping. But for me, that's all because it's personnel. It's personnel issues. It's not nothing like, oh, they not making the right calls. It's simply the fact that they don't have the horses. The Eagles ain't got the horses right now. So listen, uh, they can flip it. Maybe they can get something out of them, but they'll definitely be looking to upgrade the linebacker position and that safety position heading into this offseason. That's got to be top of the list. Top of the list. You feel me? Let's move on though. Cowboys take a L, man. 31-10 on the road. And what's that? Orchard Park, they call it. Buffalo to the Buffalo Bills, man. Why are the Dallas Cowboys so drastically bad at home? The Dallas Cowboys are so drastically bad on the road. I think I might have said at home at first, but the Dallas Cowboys are so drastically bad on the road because of their defense. Their defense isn't a stout, reliable defense, and that's what I'm a lean into. They gave up 179 yards to James Cook. Had James Cook out there looking like Thurman Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Get off me. Get off me. Then you think about their loss to the Arizona Cardinals. They gave up 244 yards in that game. You think about the loss to my Niners. Of course, they got punched in the mouth in that game. They didn't really give up too many yards to the Philadelphia Eagles, but they gave up 100 plus yards. Listen, their defense is a hype job, and I feel like media just piles onto the offense. Oh, they don't show up and get big games and this, that, and the third. And for me, it can't be totally reliant on the offense. When is the defense going to show up? You get what I'm saying? Because when they do win, it's because the offense showed up. When they don't win, is they didn't show up, but the defense get bum rushed as well. So it's like, bro, you can't have it where the defense can front run all the time. That's as simple as it gets. You get what I'm saying? They can't come out here and let the defense dictate. I mean, the offense dictate how the game goes all the time. The defense got to show up and hold their own sometimes. And to me, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys had the same exact issue. Their defenses are soft and they're not reliable. They need a lead to be at their peak performance as far as the defense goes because they want to rush the passer. And you can't rush the passer if a motherfucker is pounding you or punching you in your nose all game, running it right down the throat. Or boom. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't get after it unless you bow that neck and stop that run. You get what I'm saying? So for me, the Dallas Cowboys, that defense is just like, you got Josh Allen out there. He goes 7 for 15. Josh Allen went 7 for 15, I think 90 yards, something like that. You get what I'm saying? But he was out there running dudes over, trucking dudes, and you got Micah Parsons just running behind him, just following behind him, just galloping behind him. And to me, it's just a reflection to me of how much hype it is. You get what I'm saying? Like Micah, he up here like me talking and this, that, and the third, but it feels like he's more focused on being a great commentator, being a great personality more than a great linebacker. You get what I'm saying? Because great linebackers show up in big games. They was comparing this dude to Lawrence Taylor, man. Lawrence Taylor's not running behind no quarterback as he's trucking the defensive backs, bro. Lawrence Taylor coming around that edge and taking his head off, dog. So I don't want to hear those comparisons anymore. And I feel as though the Dallas Cowboys defense deserves a lot more light or a lot more blame shared in their woes on the road because they're drastically worse on the road as far as their defense go. Their defense is they the 85 Bears at home. On the road, they the Lions that went winless. You feel what I'm saying? Their defense is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Let's move on. No, we're gonna stay in the NFC. Lions dominate the Broncos 42-17 Saturday Night Football. What did y'all see in that game, or what did I see in that game? For me, I seen a team that's going to be, in my opinion, a very tough out. To me, they might be the second toughest team in the NFC right now. It could all switch up, but the way they came out and executed when their backs were up against the wall, how we thought the Philadelphia Eagles would have came out against the Cowboys, how we thought the Eagles would have came out against the Seahawks last night with their backs up against the wall and make a statement. They didn't. But the Detroit Lions did, and I was super impressed. You think about 5 touchdowns from Jared Goff, man. I was just utterly shocked. It was nothing but young boys. It was Sam Laporta, the rookie, and then you had Jahmyr Gibbs, the other rookie out there, all sharing the 5 touchdowns. Well, no, I think Amon-Ra had 1 touchdown too, but that was just an amazing performance for me. And I'm looking at this team and how they're built. They're built for the playoffs. They run the ball. They set up their offense. They run a good offense, and it's going to travel. It's all in. I just feel like there's a negative narrative around Jared Goff, although he's been to a Super Bowl. He went to the Super Bowl as in his 3rd year as the starter. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like he went to a Super Bowl his 3rd year as a starter, and I don't believe that they lost that Super Bowl because of Jared Goff. I really honestly believe that Sean McVay, who I think is a great coach, a great offensive mind, I think he got starstruck by Bill Belichick. I think he got his ass whooped coaching-wise by Bill Belichick. I don't think it was anything about Jared Goff, and then I think him falling off this last 2 years in Los Angeles was due to Todd Gurley falling off the face of the earth. Jared Goff is a guy that does need a running game. He needs his offense to be set up. You don't really want Jared Goff week in, week out, dropping back 30, 40, 50 times a game. You get what I'm saying? But if you get him into a nice offense, you get him into a nice system, he can be a guy that makes some big plays. He has a nice little arm, and he's intelligent. He knows where to go with the ball. So I think they're a team to look out for, and I'm definitely excited to see what they do. Yeah. let's move on though, man. I want to talk about Lamar Jackson versus Brock Purdy and why the Lamar Jackson disrespect continues to persist. Because, like, why is this even a debate of who the MVP of the NFL is, man? I know people want to look at the numbers and people want to talk about Lamar Jackson doesn't really have the numbers and this, that, and the third. The entire offense in Baltimore is ran through Lamar Jackson. If you're watching the Baltimore Ravens, every running back or any running back can come into that backfield and be great. You know why? Because every defense is willing to give up all the yards to that running back as long as Lamar Jackson don't hit that edge. Because they seen how drastic the game changes once Lamar Jackson is on the edge, how dangerous he is in that open field, his MVP year. So to me, I think it's just disrespect to what Lamar Jackson has done this year. You got to think about his starting running back, J.K. Dobbins, got hurt in the first game. I believe the first half of that first game. And he started off great. He was expected to have a huge year this year. Going for the year. Out. Still rolling, still winning. Mark Andrews, out week 11, I believe, 3 weeks ago. Still rolling, still winning, still going out there doing this thing. Keaton Williams goes out yesterday. I guarantee you, they're going to keep continuing to win, keep continuing to roll, and keep continuing to do their thing. Because you know why? Number 8 is going to be back there. And to me, I just don't see where the Brock Purdy MVP moment is. Where is Brock? Where do you see him lifting us up? To me, he's definitely the best quarterback that's been in Kyle Shanahan's offense probably since Matt Ryan. He's executed it to a T. But where is his MVP moment? Where is his, okay, he uplifted the team? If he would have pulled out one of those 3 wins when Debo wasn't out there or when Trent Williams wasn't out there, then cool. But we can't sit up there and when people were questioning the Niners at that time, our Niners at that time, we were on a three-game losing streak. People were like, oh, well, the Brock Purdy fans were like, well, Trent Williams wasn't out there. Debo Samuel wasn't out there. Christian McCaffrey was still getting back. He was a little banged up and all that. You can't say all that if he can't overcome a few bumps and bruises while Lamar Jackson loses his number 1 tight end, who's probably a top 3-4 tight end in the NFL. He loses his top running back. I mean, his receiver is Odell Beckham. His number 1 receiver is Odell Beckham Jr., who didn't play last year. Zay Flowers, who was playing college last year. You get what I'm saying? So to me, it's not even close, and it's honestly disrespect to even have this conversation. But I know that people want to paint the narrative that Brock is this, that, and the third. To me, Brock isn't even the MVP on my San Francisco 49ers as Christian McCaffrey. The offense clearly runs as Christian McCaffrey runs. It's that simple. Everything goes through him. You think about the route combinations, everything. You feel what I'm saying? I think Christian McCaffrey would deserve a vote before Brock Purdy, in my opinion. Let's get to this NBA, man. We got it on right now, but welcome back, Ja Morant, man. What a exciting day for the NBA to get the superstar Ja Morant back. What are my expectations, and do I expect him to stay clean? For me, I'm expecting Ja Morant to come in and kind of get his feel back. I feel like he was um not really aggressive. He grabbed a rebound, got a little putback, and since I've been watching the game since he came back, but I don't think he's going to put too much stress on himself. They said he's not on a minutes restriction, but they're going to deploy his minutes differently. Like he used to have 2 different stints where he'd play one long stretch, take a break, then he'd come in for the next long stretch. They said this time around is going to be more like three stints where you go 3 shorter stretches. So we'll see how that pans out. But I definitely see him coming in and trying to get his feel back. I don't see him coming out and if he come out had like a 30 burger, I'll be shocked. You feel what I'm saying? But I see him having like 15 to 20, about 5, 6 assists. You get what I'm saying? Something like that. 6, 7 rebounds, something like that. Something small. But I do expect him to stay clean. Ja Morant has been clean ever since all this stuff popped up, I believe, in the past 2 seasons. Like, It came out of nowhere, honestly. I feel like it'll be nothing for John Morant to go back to being the John Morant that we knew beforehand, the John Morant that we know that he is, and that's just a baller, a hooper. So I think that is what he's going to do. I think he's going to, excuse me, focus on ball and really hone in on, like he said, being the best Ja Morant that he can be. So yeah, welcome back, Ja. Huge night for the NBA. Let's get into James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers, man. James Harden, I think, had 35 points last night, 75% from field goal range, 75% from the three. Due to Philadelphia 76ers, James Harden an apology, the way they kind of just ignored what he was saying. I feel like I don't think the Sixers do, but the fans definitely got to bite the bullet and apologize to James Harden because we all fans. We don't know what's going on behind the door. You get what I'm saying? And I understand that some of us, we're just going to pick sides. We're going to pick the player side. We're going to pick the owner side. It is what it is. But we're clearly seeing that James Harden still has a lot left in the tank. Not just a little bit. He has a lot left in the tank. And you can't just be lying to people about what's the difference of what he was saying? $26 million. You can't be lying to people about $26 million and thinking that, oh, it's all gravy. No, bro, like that's not cool. That is not cool. So I would agree with James Harden on that. And he's going out there and he's proven it. He's proven that he still wants to play. He's still playing at a high level and he still wants to win. So to me, like the Philadelphia Sixers fans, the sports talk radios that this bum and don't nobody want him in. Now I know they probably not talking about it too much because they a little somber on a 3-game losing streak with the Golden Boy Philadelphia Eagles. But Philly Sports Talk Radio, the Philly sports fans, get your apologies ready for James Harden for the bid. For the bid, man. Because I said it last year. I said it wasn't James Harden, even though I knew after the playoffs I was going to blame it on James Harden. It was James Harden that had 2 40-point games against the Boston Celtics. It wasn't Joel Embiid. And like I said, I did not like Joel Embiid keying with Jason Tatum after he just dropped 52 on your nugget and got you up out of here. And not in an uncompetitive game. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I did not like that. And I didn't like how they basically scapegoated him. You get what I'm saying? Now, it probably was best for both parties for them to separate because Tyrese Maxey is taking off and this, that, and the third. But hey, Philly fan base, Philly Sports Talk Radio, y'all gotta eat those words, man. Y'all gotta eat those words because this dude is out there balling and it's still early. So, hey, y'all better hope they don't stay healthy because they could be a scary team out there, even though I wouldn't put them up there with the Nuggets. Even fully healthy. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Let's get into these predictions, though. Already mentioned the Grizzlies and the Pelicans that's on TNT right now. I don't know what the score is, so I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies. I said Ja is going to have like a 15 or 20-point game, but I do think his return is going to boost the morale of the team. I think the rest of the team is just going to ball out, fall back into their natural places. Give me the Grizzlies over the Pelicans in New Orleans. And then you got the Celtics at the Golden State Warriors. I can't see me going with the Warriors over the Celtics. I just can't see that. So give me the Celtics, even though y'all know me, I'm a huge Steph Curry fan. They ain't got the horses. You feel what I'm saying? Just like I was talking about the Cowboys and the Eagles defense, they ain't got the horses. The Warriors damn sure ain't got the horses to run with the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, and those dudes. You get what I'm saying? So I see a competitive matchup, but I think it'll be too much to handle for the Golden State Warriors. Give me the Boston Celtics. Y'all know what it is, though, man. This is a MadMizzy Sports Live. First time I went live by myself. Think I did pretty good. Stay tuned for the next one. Be back every Tuesday and Friday. MadMizzy Sports Live. Y'all know what it is. Be throwing in some clips and all that for the next time. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, listen, alert.